Malaysia's longtime opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim has been sworn in as Prime Minister after 3 decades in waiting. The king appointed Anwar as the country's 10th leader, ending days of election uncertainty after he and his rival failed to form a government majority. Joining us now from Petaling Jaya and Selangor for his insights is Shan Saeed, chief economist at Juwai IQI Global. Shan, thank you so much for joining us. For Anwar, it has been his long-held dream to lead Malaysia for decades. Shan, why did it take so long?
I think at the start of the program, as you said, that it took some time for the parties to decide because it was a hung parliament. Nobody got a clear-cut majority. And the Honorable King gave a choice that we can have a unity government, which I think, in my opinion, was quite a sagacious move, taking into account it could bring down the stalemate, the impasse, the deadlock in the political arena. So I think finally, the air of uncertainty has come down. I think congratulations to Prime Minister Dato' Seri Anwar Ibrahim for becoming the 10th Prime Minister of Malaysia and taking the country forward from here.
Taking the country forward from here, how can that materialize for Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim to move it forward when he doesn't even have a majority in Parliament?
I think he will take along all the parties and he will get all the stakeholders on board. I think, in my opinion, the first three target would be, number one, to get his cabinet. Number one. Number two, when I speak to you, his cabinet is already decided. Number two, he will get the budget passed. And number three, he will involve all stakeholders, local investors and foreign investors, to decide how to devise the economic strategy. That is very important. And as you know, the global economy is heading for severe recession in advanced economies in 2023. 2023 will be tougher than 2022. So in order to maintain macroeconomic stability, in order to maintain economic confidence in the country, it is very important to take into account all the stakeholders. So I think his first priority would be to maintain macroeconomic stability and to take the country forward from here.
Anwar, Shan has been one of the most well-known and controversial figures in Southeast Asia. And as a result of him being anointed Prime Minister, the markets have surged because of this end in the political deadlock.
Absolutely, Rico. Look at Ringgit today. Ringgit has appreciated 1.5% in less than 4 hours. Look at the markets. The Bursa Malaysia index went up by 58 points. So I think overall the sentiments on the ground, they are quite positive. Investors are quite buoyant. We at Juwai IQI at the start of the year, we said Malaysia's GDP will be between 4 and 5% by August. We revised our figures between 6.5 and 7%. At the third quarter, Malaysia's GDP was 14.2%. Overall, we are still quite buoyant. By the end of the year, we expect Malaysia's GDP to cross over above 9%. So overall, the investment sentiments are quite positive with this news today.
All right. Just like the Philippines, Malaysia has been hit by COVID-19. The economy has weakened. It has even weakened even further as a result of the Russia-Ukraine war, higher inflation, a weak ringgit against the US dollar, higher interest rates. If you were to talk to the new Prime Minister today, what would you advise him to turn around the economy and stabilize it?
Only one word: macroeconomic stability. All the countries globally are focusing on this. How to keep the momentum, how to maintain aggregate demand, how to bring foreign investment in the country. Look at Malaysia's trade number. As of October last month, the export numbers are up 15%. The trade numbers are up 21%. Overall GDP is on the upsurge. By the end of this year, Malaysia's GDP size will be meandering around $372 to $380 billion. So I think, in my opinion, macroeconomic stability is the key, and that has been the hallmark of Malaysia for the last many years.
And what is the sentiment right now among Malaysians, Shan, now that Anwar Ibrahim is finally the country's leader after waiting for close to 3 decades?
after 5 p.m., I think everybody is excited. People are looking forward to the new Prime Minister and his economic strategy as we move to the last day of the week.
And what does Anwar's leadership mean for ASEAN and how ASEAN deals with China?
As you know, Prime Minister Datuk Anwar Ibrahim is known globally. He has been invited to many think tanks. He has been invited to many universities, and he is a known figure. It is not he's unknown variable. So I think global leaders, they do acknowledge Anwar Ibrahim, and I think it's a good start, and it's a good start for Malaysia's branding as well.
We had a hung parliament. There was no decision. Who would lead the minority government going forward? Do you think Anwar Ibrahim is here to stay, or could there be political instability over the next few weeks and months?
I think first 100 days would be very, very crucial for Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. That will decide the course. And I think that will give a forward guidance not only to local investors, but global investors as well. First 100 days are very important.
Juwai IQI Global Chief Economist Shan Saeed joining us from Petaling Jaya in Selangor. Thank you so much for your insights.